today we're going to the beach. The beach is only about an hour or two away, hour and a half, depending on which beach we go to. We're gonna go to Cannon Beach, which is one of the most popular beaches in Oregon. And it is so nice outside. There are birds singing, the sun is shining. I'm starting to feel, you know, I'm ready for spring. I'm ready for this golden sunshine. The winter's starting to get to me a little bit. I love winter, I love fall, I really love all the seasons, but as they start to come to a close, I'm usually ready for them to come to a close and I'm ready for the next one. And right now I am ready for spring, and we have got a lot of blooms coming out already. It's only February, so I know we're not out of the dark yet. So we're going to the beach today. Yay!
Your little darling, pulling yourself up with your balloon. In my mind I take your picture, in my mind I think a rambling tune. With a tinge of madness I sing it softly to the moon. So you carry me, you'll carry me, you'll carry me away. Bicycle with hands was made. In my room of bluish paint that her little hands did paint. In my room I wasn't wasting, rolling with all my pain. So you carry me, you carry me, you carry me.
The glorious beach day is over and I am back to work. So it's a Monday, but you know what? It's been a pretty good Monday because, well, first of all, I decided I was going to practice gratitude this week because I've been lacking in that department in my brain the last several weeks or months. And so I thought, you know what? I'm really blessed. I have a great job and a happy life and I need to be more grateful. So practicing gratitude today, and you know, it's really made a difference. Today is a really slow day at work, and so I've been able to just do a bunch of research for my book, which has been really fun. And now I'm on my lunch break, so I'm going to Barnes & Noble. It's pouring down rain, which is why I'm driving instead of walking. I'm just so excited. So excited to work on my book today because I'm kind of obsessed with editing and revising my book. It's just really fun for me. I love finding all the things that are weak and thinking of ways to make them stronger, and it's addicting to me every time I come up with an idea that is going to make it stronger, and I'm like, oh, this fixes that. Oh, that feels so good. It's thrilling and exhilarating, and I think that's why lately I've been thinking a lot. I think I want to be an editor. So I'm actually in the process of, again, I haven't said anything for a while because I really don't want to jinx this. I really want it to happen. Something always gets in the way. Every time I try to go back to school, something happens and gets in the way. Like my financial aid doesn't come through, or something else pops up in my life where it's like, well, I'm just gonna have to put school off again. And I've done that so many times, or I haven't had enough motivation to get everything ready for school because I'm not completely convinced that I want to go back. There's always something. But right now, I am feeling extremely motivated to go back to school. I think it helps that I'm working in a job that is not in the field that I want to be working in long term. And that's really motivated me to be like, okay, time to go back to school, get my English degree so that I can work as an editor. Writing, editing, I don't even care. But I'm thinking I would really like to do editing. I think I want to be an editor. And the more I edit my own book, the more I'm like, yeah, I love this. And I would love to do this for other people. I've been speaking with a academic advisor at Eastern Oregon University and sending in all the documentation that he needs, my transcripts and all of that jazz. When I'm really excited about it, I want to go back to school so bad, and I want to have my degree, and I want to be able to work in the field that actually interests me, that I feel passionate about. And I feel really passionate about editing and storytelling and writing in general, and I want to be better at it and to learn as much as I can, and I want to work in that field. Okay, I just made it to Barnes & Noble, and I'm gonna go eat my lunch and work on editing my own book. Coming up with some pretty exciting things, guys. Some pretty exciting changes are going to be made to this book, and I'm so excited about them. I just want to write them all right now. Okay, so let's get going. So today is Tuesday, so it's my day off of work, and I'm gonna go to the library with Patrick to work on my book for a while and to work on some other things. In case you didn't catch it in that last clip, the announcement that I hinted at in last week's video is that I am going back to school. And I'm really excited about it. I haven't been a student since 2015. I don't have very many credits under my belt, and so I'm still technically a freshman. I really have been putting off school for years and years. I'm also a little bit nervous because I know that this is really going to put my book on hold. Hey, psst, don't scratch that couch. How rude. What do you think you're doing? Who does he think he is? Hey, psst. Don't scratch that. Don't scratch that. Thank you. As I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted. I'm nervous about going back to school, mainly because I know how hard it's going to be. It's hard enough trying to find time to write with my current work schedule and living situation. You clearly cannot be trusted with that sofa any longer, so you're gonna sit with me. And throwing school in the mix, I know is going to be uber hard. You guys don't care about that, but that's kind of what's been going on in my head right now. I'm doing online, so that will save me the time of having to drive to campus and all of that. Taking 12 credits with a full-time job I know is going to be really challenging, especially given that I don't have a whole lot of time during the week to do that. And so where does that put my book? I know that's going to shove my book kind of to the back burner a lot. I've gotten used to working on my book every spare minute that I can, and now I won't really have any spare minutes to work on it. And so I'm going to have to set aside little pockets of time here and there to be able to work on my book, but I know I'm not going to be able to make as much progress on it as quickly as I've been able to in the past, year and a half, 2 years. And so knowing that, it makes me really want to finish the current phase of my book, which is finishing my read through and notes to myself and organizing all of the beta reader feedback. I'll be starting school in March, so next month. And so if I can finish this phase of my book in February, I feel like that would be ideal, because I feel very strongly that if I don't finish this phase now, the book is just going to be lost in limbo once I start school. I feel like it'll be a lot harder to jump back into it because right now I'm really on a roll. I know where I want the book to go, and so my notes to myself are really, really detailed, and my vision for the book is super, super clear right now, and I feel like if that gets interrupted, I'm going to lose it. That's my fear. And so right now I decided that the month of February is going to be all about trying to finish this phase of my book and get my book to a place that it will be school ready, I suppose. Hopefully I'll be able to, since I'm going to be studying writing and editing, hopefully I'll be able to use my book for various homework assignments, kind of like Haley Bascom has been doing. I've been following Haley Bascom for, I don't know, a year and a half or something, and I love her channel. And to be honest, I really feel like she was a really big influence in me deciding to go back to school. It's been really inspiring for me to watch her journey and how far her book has come as she's been working on it through school. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the month of February, is really pushing myself to finish this phase of my book. On my way back to work after working on my book at Barnes & Noble on my lunch break, and I swear, just my lunch break is never long enough. I start to get on a roll and start to figure things out, and then my lunch break is over, and I have to stop in the middle of epiphanies, and it's so frustrating, but I have to get used to this because once I start school, lunchtime at work is the only time I'm really gonna get to work on my book. Except for maybe Sundays. Maybe Sundays I can work my book. But other than that, it's gonna be homework that I'm gonna need to do. So, feeling the tension now. Haven't even started school yet. I'm getting to the end of my manuscript now in my read through and beta feedback organization. And so now I'm getting to the part of the manuscript that needs the most work, and that was the least complete. Ooh, almost ripped my coat. And so I really just want to be able to sit and figure things out. There. The way the manuscript is right now, the tension really sags, or is non-existent really, from the midpoint to right before the All Is Lost and Dark Night of the Soul beats. And so I'm trying to find ways to find the conflict that is there and bring it out a little bit more, so it's not just like, oh, now the character's just kind of meandering along waiting for something bad to happen. Which is really fun, and I'm really loving working through this because I'm finding all these gems that I set up without realizing it. But I just want to be able to work on it full time so badly. I know I said that's what I was going to do this month, is just try to get that done before I start school, but at the same time I have some classes that I need to finish before I start school, so I'm kind of already doing homework and working on my book. But anyways, I'm at work now. Blah! No time for anything. No time for vlogging, no time for writing. All right, you guys, it is Friday, and I'm sure this looks like deja vu because I was just filming here yesterday. I think I'm going to close out this vlog here with just some final thoughts that I was thinking during my lunch break. So I start school next month, but when I was signing up for classes, my advisor pointed out that I could take a few CLEPS courses, which basically are courses that prepare you to take tests that allow you to test out of having to take certain classes. You get college credit for those tests, which would be amazing because that's free college credit. And I wouldn't have to be in school for as long as I can get some of the generals out of the way. And so I started taking 3 different CLEPS courses at the beginning of this week, partly because I really want to get those college credits, and then also partly because I want to see if I can finish these 3 classes and take these 3 tests before I start school in March. And I want to do it before I start school in March, well, partly so I don't have to do it while I'm in school, but then also because I wanted to practice and see how I could handle taking 3 classes with my current work schedule and writing schedule. So I could practice what it's gonna be like when I'm actually in school. So this week was my first week of attempting that. And I have to say I'm really tired. By Friday, I'm exhausted. So what I've been doing is I've actually been waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I posted a week in my life video last week, which is already way outdated because I think I filmed that like the 3rd week of January or something like that, or 2nd week of January. And since then, I've actually been waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning so that I can exercise before work and read my scriptures before work. And then I go to work, and then on my lunch break, work on my book. And then when I get off work now, starting this week, when I've been getting off of work, I have been doing my homework for these 3 CLEPS courses that I'm taking. And then on my days off, I'm also working on homework, which leaves only lunchtime during work for my writing, and possibly Sunday. I'm going to experiment with that and see if I can do writing on Sunday. Not sure yet. It's all a big experiment, but that's what's going on. And so some thoughts I had during lunch today is, man, this is exhausting. Can I keep this up? I don't know. And then I realized, in my video last week, I talked about how it's easy to look back on past me and think, wow, I did all these things. How come I'm not that person anymore? How come I can't do hard things anymore? And that it's all a lie, because any hard thing you've ever done was hard in the moment that you did it, And I know that the things that I was able to accomplish last year did not happen because they were easy. It was because I was able to overcome whatever obstacles that I had at that time. And now I have new obstacles. They're not harder, they're just different. My schedule is not harder, it's just different. And so I decided I want to use my time in such a way now and accomplish things now so that future me will look back and wonder how I did it and be amazed at myself and think, oh man, I want to be that person. So I can just keep getting better and better and become the kind of person that really uses my time wisely and is productive and you know, I just really want to live my dreams and accomplish my dreams, and that's not gonna come without a lot of sacrifice and hard work. So that being said, I'm closing out this vlog for the week. Wish me luck. Hopefully I will start to get a better handle on this new schedule, and I will let you guys know how it's going. So keep following me, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will talk to you later. Bye!
Ray, would you come and take a walk with me? We'll cross over the mountains and we'll reach the pale blue sea. I love you, I'm so glad